This is a guy, Gad Saad, that I see in my feeds from now and once in a while. And I'm tired of this character because this guy talks about harassment on college campuses in Canada. What I issue is I have with this guy, of course, they're feminist, female students giving a hard time to male students. And he wants to use the gender neutral term of social justice warriors. So he can say, there's this group, these social justice warriors, that are men and women, going after these students who are men and women. And it's just not true. At best, the social justice warriors, what they are is they're feminist, and they may have some male feminist allies, but they are women going after young guys. Now listen.
So here we go. Here's add this data point to the infinite list that I've already shared with you. So here we go. All right. Dear Professor Saad, I'm a longtime fan writing to wish you well and thank you for the immense impact your online content has had on my life. It is extremely informative and a candle of sanity in this tempest of insanity. Thank you for your kind words. I am a freshman at, I'll withhold the name of the university, majoring in industrial design, and I'm currently transferring to another school. Besides changing schools due to my shifting interests towards automotive design and choosing to specialize in this field, the horrors of the DIE religion. DIE stands for diversity, inclusion, and equity.
Okay, so right off the bat, do you think it's a female student or a male student giving what he's getting into? It's a guy. And he's talking about diversity, but there isn't diversity. It's the female students giving a hard time to the male students, bullying them.
And the postmodern left have also influenced my decision to transfer universities.
Yep, postmodern left, right? It's all left and right. Never mind that it's the women beating up on the guys. It's got to be a partisan politics somehow, even though misandry is worldwide now and so obvious.
Doesn't seem like this student thinks it's trivial what is happening at university campuses. I consider myself relatively moderate, and I'm also mostly, quote, right-wing when it comes to economic issues. This year really tested.
Now, here's the other thing, moderate. In other words, it's another scapegoat. You see, it's only the extremists that do this, the moderates. The moderate ladies aren't holding me in contempt, which is nonsense, because if the extremists were just extremists, how come they're never swatted down? How come ordinary, like these moderate guys like Gad Saad here, how come he doesn't do something? Why doesn't all the normal people who outnumber the crazies knock them out? Because it's feminist, which are women, and they're attacking guys, and society allows guys to be attacked, and they let women do what they want. And so he's not going to go and do anything about this, because he'd probably lose his job. Men give women what they want. So these extremists, they're not extremists. They're just men up in the upper echelons giving the women up in the upper echelons what they want when they want it.
My classical liberal sensibilities and never expected universities to be this bad. It almost reads like a parody of social justice straight out of a Tatiana McGrath bit. My freshman year was packed with liberal arts classes where Marxist, post-colonial, and queer studies.
There you go, Marxist. The Marxists are a tiny group of people that have zero power. But they can't go and blame the feminists, right? They can't blame the women that are just bullying the young guys. So they got to find a scapegoat. So the Marxists is one of them as well.
The social sciences were shoved down my throat. Even in art history lectures, we were taught the evils of Western colonialism and how, quote, whiteness and capitalism, close quote, is the cancer which is restricting the world from reaching the great utopia that they proclaim.
Okay, whiteness. I think I'll finally defeat this. Just a second. Now, I just plugged in social justice warrior women. Do you see how pale this person is? And she is marked under typical. Big red, white woman. She's not even a social justice. She's an actual feminist. Why is she being lumped in with the social justice warriors if feminism and social justice warriors are two different groups? White woman, white woman, white woman. Little bit of color here finally, but a lot of white faces. I mean, look at them. Meryl Streep's plugged in there. Look at this one. A little bit of color, but most of them all white girls. The whitest girl you can find right up front. We're all these, what's white woman? Here, look, white. Where, I don't get this. Like, why do you guys hide behind color? White girl, feminist. Oh my God. You know, there's a feminist frequency. I mean, this is what's being put in under social justice warrior women. White feminist. So I hope I find defeated the silly idea of race. Stop bringing race into this. This is just the girls harassing the guys. And more than harassing them, these girls want to kick these young guys out of college. They can do it at a moment's notice, at their word and their word alone.
Of Western colonialism and how, quote, whiteness and capitalism, close quote, is the cancer which is restricting the world from reaching the great utopia that they proclaim. I've been warning you about this for more than 2 decades. I just bit my tongue and suffered through the Western and white bashing, working hard to keep my grades up and move past my foundation year. There was one event where an intersectional teacher told me I couldn't speak out.
Intersectional teacher? I thought she was a social justice warrior. Intersectional says feminism. And it's not white bashing. It's just man bashing.
A criticism of postmodernism in a class debate as my, quote, privilege as a white male was restricting other students from contributing, close quote.
Look, if this guy was privileged, when she said that to him, he'd just tell her to shut up and she would. But what's happening is she's telling him to sit down, and he is. So we know who is privileged here. The girls have always been privileged, always. And they're exerting that privilege now more than ever. I mean, women used to go to college to find a man to marry and then use. Now it's gotten so bad, they just want to come and bash on men for fun and worry about, getting their debts paid later.
The light at the end of the tunnel for me was knowing that once I moved into the desired major, I could specialize in industrial design, and these garbage required classes had to endure were only limited to my freshman year.
You see, no, he's hoping this because he's taking, engine design or motor design, women don't get into that. And so he's hoping to avoid them. He's not standing up for himself. He's just running away. He's not even running away. He's covering his head and hoping that the bombshells don't hit him.
Again, you cannot imagine the number of emails that I received from students enunciating roughly the exact same despair. Mid-year, it became apparent to me that even in my major, something as non-political as industrial design had become tainted at my university.
There you go. There is no escape. And do you guys think that this guy actually made it through college, and he's not guaranteed to make it? Any of these girls at a word can get him kicked out. And when he's done, it's not over. The workplace is just as misandric as college. Trust me. Trust me. And look at this. This is the kind of people that are attracted to Gad Saad's channel. The only element of diversity that seems unimportant is diversity of thought. It's disgusting. This is so obviously just girls pounding on guys. It has nothing to do with thought. I mean, this is that's just such a head in the sand thing to say. This is racism, plain and simple racism. No, it's not racism. It's white girls banging on white guys and all other races of guys when they feel like it. This is sexism. These guys can't even say it. And look, Colonel Clank, icon. And of course, down lower, I think there's a Pepe, and I saw an MPC, icon. These are the kind of guys that are attracted to these coping channels. Because this is what Gad Saad's channel is. It's a coping channel. He knows how to get up to 173K. He becomes a coping channel. Rather than talk about this, why, like I said, why aren't all the normal people in university getting together and throwing down and just refusing? I'll tell you why, because the female students aren't really being harassed. And so they don't care. And it's only the male being harassed. And for that reason, they don't care. And so these guys are all a part of it. These do-nothings are a part of it as well. This is why I don't trust guys like Gad Saad. You, Gad Saad, are a waste of space. Guys like you, I mean, do what you're going to do, but I just wish guys would grow, not a pair, because pairs are useless, grow some self-respect, and just stop listening to guys like you. Because you've got nothing to offer. Matter of fact, you're actually making things worse by not being able to call a spade a spade. Now that's what I have to say about this.